If I put on for the city, then I'm clutch in the city. Ready, right? J-Zone said I do this for the city. H-Town all day, rolling around 16. Paint wet, slapping, swinging on my way to see. Till I get a call from the plug. Dre on the way.
Hey man, what's going on? Everybody, what's good, man? J-Day Hoops out here. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't gonna be long. But definitely want to talk about week 10 out of the 12 weeks of the Big 12 rankings, as well as the Shot Clock Invitational. This week coming up, man, we got Dunking on the Coast. So you still got an opportunity. You can still register right now, man. Let's throw that up on the screen for the folks at home, people watching. You can get in Dunking on the Coast right now. $150 per team, a 2-game showcase. That's kind of hard to beat, y'all. That's kind of hard to beat, man. $150, you get to play 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Let's hop in this, man. Let me share it alongside with me, man. Definitely need to get your teams participating in. I said the file was too large. It's all right. Definitely want to get your teams. Make sure that you guys participate in the Dunking on the Coast this weekend. I'm finna tell y'all, man, when I drop these rankings, you definitely gonna want to get your teams locked in, man. You got until Wednesday night, we'll say like 9 p.m. to get your teams in Dunking on the Coast. After that, we'll wrap it up. It is what it is, man. Just want to clear up a couple other things as well while we on here, man. You know, people were talking about, man, you didn't have your tournaments and all that stuff out, man. Listen, folks, man, I've been showcasing. I've done this right here that's on the screen since December is when I started putting it out. I even tweeted it out back in November. I tweeted it out in December. I tweeted it out in January. I put it out on Instagram in January. Like I've shared when the events are going to be. Now, I guess the new, I've been out of the coaching realm of AU for about 9 years. So I guess teams make their schedule now a year in advance. Bro, y'all can mix me with that, making a schedule a year in advance. I don't know nobody who makes their schedule a year in advance. That's crazy work, bro. Y'all never mind the noise behind it, man. Focus on what's going on. But yeah, make sure y'all definitely want to get y'all teams locked in. But let's hop into these rankings, man. The Big 12 rankings, we got week 10, only 2 weeks left for these rankings go fully into lock, man. And so for people who said that I haven't, it's yeah, man. I heard that they got a new coach. Man. Interested to see how them Silsby boys gonna look, man. And to see what takes place with Peyton Jones, man. If that's gonna get approved or what, man. Definitely interested to see that also. But let's dive into it, man. The top 10 for the Shot Clock 30 Invitational, the Big 12 rankings of the Shot 30 Clock Invitational that will be taking place June 27th through June 29th. This is week 10, only 2 weeks left. Let's dive.
If I put on for the city, then I'm clutch in the city. Ready, right? J-Zone said I do this for the city. H-Town all day, rolling around 16. Paint wet, slapping, swinging on my way to see. Till I get a call from the plug. Dre on the way.
So here we are, man. We finna dive straight into this. Let's get into it. Doing something different, doing something new. We're going to start first off with the first four out, man. First four out. First four out. These are the teams who's sitting on the outside looking in right here at the top 12. You got Texas Takeover, UA Rides, you got Beast Elite Black, you got Cypher, Hoops, Nate, and you got LB Select on the E32 that's a part of the New Balance League. These are the first four out. These teams still have an opportunity to be able to get in this event. Here is how. Because out of these teams, these 12 teams are going to be locked after week 12. This is week 10. After week 12, it's going to be locked. But just like last year, you have teams who chose not to play. So some of these shoot teams probably going to choose not to play. It's some who want to play each other. So we're going to see if they really about that life, that smoke that they've been talking about. So it's going to be even some independent teams who are going to opt out and say, "Oh no, we ain't going to play." Whatever, man. Y'all convince me with all these excuses. But we gonna see, man. We gonna see when the rubber meets the road, who's gonna show up. And so this first four out, even though they're on the outside looking in right now, they still can get in this top 12 in this Big 12 ranking before week 12. Especially if they come playing the Dunkin' on the Coast this weekend, fellas. Especially if you get in, that's a good opportunity for you to get locked in. But if not, if one of these teams decide, you know what, we're not going to play, then it would definitely come back to here, right here. Let me get this off real quick. It'll definitely come right back to these first four out. Will be the first four up next. But you don't want to take a chance because you could drop out of the first four out. And you could really be on the outside looking in. But here we are. Here's the Big 12 rankings of Week 10. 1 and 2 stay the same. Hoops, Schools Elite. TJ Ford's been dropping a couple games, so they dropped down from 3 to number 5. Family had a really good weekend with 4-0. They jumped up to number 6. Shooting Stars also went undefeated. They played in Doug Duzzin's event this weekend. They jump up from number 7. You got the Defenders, who had a really good outing 3-1. They jumped up. They in the top 8 now. Hey, this 1 through 8, they almost solidified and locked in. Now you got 9, 10, 11, and 12. You got Invictus Red Storm. Had a rough weekend. I don't want to say a bad weekend, just a rough weekend. Had a lot of they was in like that top portion of the teams for the next pro, and they just had a kind of rough weekend, so they dropped down some spots to number 9. GSA Elite, same deal for them in that top portion. They dropped down to number 10. Houston Raptors had a good weekend on the gold. They moved to number 11, and Texas Stars remained at our number 12 team. But in that first four out, Texas Takeover is definitely looking like they're ready to make an impact and jump in here. Beast Elite Black has been having a phenomenal year. They just right there on the outside looking in. Cypher, Hoops, Nate, and also LBD Select E32. So those are your first four out. And this is your Big 12 of this for the 17U, man. Let's jump on over here to the 16U. On the 16U, man, first four out for 16U. You got CME Elite for the E32 of New Balance. LBD Select, E32 of New Balance. Awake Red from Next Pro and Fort Bend, Texas Heat, who had a big weekend from the Next Pro. These are your first four out on the 16U side. But like I said, man, if one of these teams decided they don't want to accept their invitation, we'll definitely fork it over to them. But those teams still have a chance to get a certified lock spot if they play this weekend in Dunkin' on the Coast, man. Hey, there's 2 weekends left. You got this weekend and next weekend, and then that's it. Top 12 teams, your Big 12 teams of Week 10 is Jail 3 Blue Chips, Coos Elite, the Al Academy Turner, Hoops, Mouse Lake Back, TJ4 one time. So 1 through 8 stays the same. There was no movement that took place on 1 through 8. However, Houston Apex jumps up from number 12 to number 9. Be Someone Elite moves up from number 11 to 10. Takeover stays at Apex jumps up from 10 to 9. Be Someone Elite jumped up from 11 to 10. And Takeover jumped up from 12 to 11. Let me read my notes right. Team Dominate now finds themselves locked not locked in, but in this top 12. The team who fell out of the rankings from the top 12 from last week was Awake Red. Awake Red had a rough weekend this past weekend down in Expo in Wichita. And so they find themselves on the outside as the first four out right now. But they still got a chance. They can lock in this weekend, dunking on the coast. Or if they go play somewhere where it's going to be some solid competition to get some dubs, they can possibly find themselves back in. If not, right now they're on that first four out. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be rough. The 16U level is tough, man, as well as that 15U level as well, man. We finna get over to that right now. Finna hop over to the 15U. First, we're going to dive into the first four out for the 15U. On the 15U, first four out. These are the teams on the outside looking in, just right there on the cusp. You got LBD Select, E32. As you can see, LBD is in the first four out in the 17s, 16s, and the 15s. They've been having a really solid year as a program. Shout out to those guys, man. But got to get some bigger wins. Got an opportunity this weekend. It's 150. You get 2 games. You come in here, get some good buck, get some good competition outside. I'm just saying. Houston Raptors Gold, 15U, finds himself on the outside looking in. Invictus Red Storm, Red, on the next row, is on the first route, find himself looking in on the 15U, and then the Houston Jumpers Gold on the 15U is 2. What's interesting about this, I can only put 4 teams, because I wanted to keep it that way, but it's actually 3 of these teams has tied in points on the ranking system. LBD Select, Houston Raptors, and Invictus Red Storm Red. The Houston Jumpers right there, and then you have 2 teams who's just 1 point behind the Houston Jumpers, and the Houston Jumpers is just 1 point behind LBD, the Raptors, and Invictus Red Storm. And those 2 teams are Defenders Beard and Defenders Freeman of the E32. They have been having a really good season as well. So definitely want to shout out those guys, the Defenders Freeman and Defenders Beard, sitting right there also, man. But who right now, who we got for our Big 12 and Week 10, you have a new number 1 team for 15U, and that is the Gulf Coast Blue Chips, UAA. Bumps up to number 1. JL3 drops down to number 2. The Defenders stay at number 3. The Raptors jumps up to number 4. Family had a big weekend this weekend. They beat Coos Elite at Expo. They jump up to number 5. Coos Elite drops 2 games this past weekend. They dropped down from number 4 to number 6. Houston Hoops stays at 7. Above All Sports, GSA, FYN, Be Someone Elite, all jumped up 1 spot. And Invictus Black was our number 8. They dropped down to number 12. They had a pretty rough weekend as well at Next Pro, but they are at our number 12 spot, and this is the Big 12 of Week 10. Once again, this is our first 4 out from that 15 group. LBD Select, Houston Raptors Gold, Invictus Red Storm, and you got the Houston Jumpers as well. So, hey, you have an opportunity to be able to get your teams locked in here once again. Get your team signed up and registered. Dunking on the Coast, going down this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, 150 per team. You get 2 games, and that's it. I know, people got graduations of older siblings. People are supposed to be getting ready for parties. A lot of y'all not really going to kick it till Sunday or Monday. You can play your 2 games on Saturday, be done. You can even tell the coach, hey, coach, see if they can get these games at 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock and we done for the day. And you in and you out. Hey, let's not make excuses. Get your teams locked in here. Don't DM me and message me about, can my team get into the shot clock invitational? No. You've had opportunities. You've had opportunities to be able to get in. I told you how to do it. And so that's on y'all. I'm not a beggar, but I'm just presenting you one last time with an opportunity right here, Dunking on the Coast. You got until Wednesday, midnight. Wednesday, get your team locked in. It's 150, 2 games. Get your team locked in, man. Let's get after it. Let's get active. Like I said, LBD Select has been having they're a really solid showing. They're right there, the first four out, 17, 16s, and 15s. So just as a program, that shows you the strength of them. Texas Tech is right there sitting out on the first four out, 17, but they 16 users in right now, as of right now. Hey, this is your opportunity. This is your chance, man. Make sure you make the most of it. Make sure you get your teams registered today for the Dunkin' on the Coast. 150 per team, 2-game showcase. Y'all know how y'all can contact me. You can hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up on IG. Whichever way it works best for you, man. Until the next time, man. Hey, that's game. And I'm out, man.